Good morning again. Today is day 3 of the statewide Kansas quarantine. Heading to work. Traffic is actually a little bit less today. I have not had to slow down for anyone. I have to take the highway, a couple of highways to get to work. I have not had to slow down for anybody or move over for anybody because there's not very many people on the road. Interesting, yesterday, something that was kind of, something I haven't experienced before since this all happened is two people discussing kind of their views, on everything or whatnot. And it was actually interesting because there wasn't any fear in their conversation, I guess. That's what I picked up on. It was more so anger. Both of them were upset with the regulations as far as the quarantine goes in specifics, like with only being allowed to go to certain places and stuff, which I don't think, I'm pretty sure you could go anywhere you wanted. I don't think you would get pulled over. But, there was that. They were talking about that. And then also, something about, they were just mad about this whole situation, just kind of their view was the flu kills more people than this virus has or does. And so they were like, so why have we never taken measures against the flu? Why are we only taking measures against this virus? And so obviously, I don't get involved in any discussions like that at all. But it was, what do you guys think as far as that opinion? Is that true? Do you feel like this is blown out of proportion, or do you feel like, no, this is something we definitely need to take seriously, and this is, these are good things that we're doing? Also interesting fact, which I guess is not that interesting, but I definitely see more people outside now. And maybe I just never noticed it before, but definitely more people running, biking, walking their dogs, doing things like that. And there's definitely this sense of distance. You can see it when people are walking and they're coming up close to each other. They definitely kind of spread, kind of move out of the way. And then even when people are walking together, they're kind of separated, which is what we're supposed to do. So, that's good. But that's what I'm seeing more of, is definitely more people outside, doing activities and things like that. The parks, most of the parks here, I don't know, I'm assuming it's the same, are closed, just because of everyone, being able to touch everything. So most of them don't want, most of the parks anyway have got signs up saying that, just to keep with the regulations and make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do. They just, don't want people on things because they can't sanitize it and stuff like that, which makes sense to me. But I do see people playing soccer. I have seen that actually quite a bit, playing soccer. I don't really see any other sports. I know that seems super weird, maybe because you just touch it with your feet, so it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, so that could be. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been noticing. I don't know if anyone else is noticing any other kind of sports. Grocery stores are still really busy, though. I see, cars there all the time, and I'm pretty sure Walmart was hiring hundreds of thousands of employees, 150 or something like that. Sorry, I don't have the actual facts, but hiring, a lot of employees, just because they've had so much uptick in business lately. And it's so crazy, just the steps in the economy. There's so many different things that are happening, certain businesses that are essential, and, like grocery stores and things like that, they're having to hire a lot of more people just to keep up with all of this. And then you've got places like restaurants that their model was never to be a takeout only, and now that's what they've shifted to. And so I don't know, if the people who were waitresses and waiters, if they've moved into just doing the takeout, if they've changed the way that they're paying people. I really don't know. I don't have any contacts in that industry, but that's something that, I'm curious about too, just because of all the different shifts in, basically in the corporations and what they've had to do to, accommodate all of this. So lots of moving pieces. My heart goes out to every single person affected by this, because I know it can't be easy for everybody. I was going to say one thing that's kind of interesting that I've noticed is a lot of people are a lot nicer now. And I know that seems kind of weird. Sorry, the sun's in my eyes. But like, just from conversations with people, I feel like maybe just having a shared interest, everyone has a common goal, which is to stay healthy and, you know, be safe. And so I think that with that, everyone's just kind of more open to just talk about things. There's kind of like that instant connection that we all have already. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm just noticing that. I don't know. Or maybe just the people I've talked to, but that's something that I thought was worth sharing. You know, and since we were talking about the restaurant industry a little bit, that's something that I've really seen a huge uptick in, I guess, is just the amount of people that are going to these restaurants, you know, to do their takeout orders or do their pickup orders and stuff like that. And I think that's so cool, just because a lot of these businesses, that's what they rely on, you know, is people coming there to eat. And so I think that's so cool that so much of the community, at least from around here, is really about going out and supporting those local businesses, helping them by, you know, doing these orders, doing their family dinners through them, and the businesses are able to, you know, say that we're following guidelines, this is what we're doing, like, to make sure people feel, you know, safe about that they're preparing their food and stuff like that. So I think that's something that's kind of something kind of cool also that I'm seeing.